Hi everybody, I just wanted to address in this next episode of 5 Minute Grief the enormity of miscarriage and the enormity of grief that miscarriage can have on you and your partner, of course. But this is something that particularly seems to affect women. Now, I don't mean to miss out any men that have been affected by miscarriage, so of course this applies to you. But for a woman, a miscarriage can be such an enormous deal because as women, the minute you find out you're pregnant, you connect to that baby. It matters not that you've not met the baby yet. It matters not that it's been born. It matters not whether you can see your tummy swell yet. The minute you know that you're pregnant, you have connected. Your heart is so engaged with that little person growing inside of you. And so losing that baby through miscarriage can be so absolutely devastating. And of course, added to that devastation of losing that baby that you've not yet met is what people can say to you about miscarriage, which isn't very much and tends to be along the lines of, you can have another one. As though replacing the baby that you've lost is enough, and that by just having another one, it will all go away and it doesn't matter anyway, which obviously is not true. Anyone that's lost anyone close to them, or as a child, if you can remember, if you lost a teddy or you got connected to a teddy, you only wanted that teddy. Having another teddy doesn't replace the teddy you lost, because it's about the emotions and the connection that you have to that particular teddy or that particular person. And in this case, that particular baby that's growing inside of you. So much of your hopes and love and dreams and expectations automatically get put onto that baby, of course, because it's a beautiful thing to find out you're pregnant. So obviously, as a couple, you start planning names, and as a woman, I mean, you've planned out the entire life already. You've decided, is it a girl, is it a boy? What do you want? How's that person going to grow up? What do you expect for it? And it's just such a beautiful thing. So to have that taken away before meeting that child is absolutely crushing. And I've had the privilege and honour to work with many, many women who have suffered miscarriage and really help them to move beyond the pain, because whether that woman can have another baby or not is irrelevant to the pain that they have gone through. So if they are lucky enough to maybe have another child again one day, it doesn't detract from the child that they didn't have. It doesn't just miraculously disappear. There's no delete switch. It's not like suddenly that baby wasn't around and inside of you growing and that it can all be forgotten. There's a connection to that little person that will go on forever. And so for anyone to tell you that you can just go and have another one and that it wasn't really a baby anyway, it wasn't born yet, it wasn't fully developed, matters not. What matters is the heartache. All those things that people say to you are just addressing this intellectual idea, and we cannot recover from intellect. We cannot recover from this space. We know we should. We know that people are telling us these things, but that doesn't make us actually recover. We have to go into our heart space and absolutely address that pain and that hope and dream and expectation that we had for that particular child in that time. Until you actually do that, and there are very clear and specific ways to do this. Unless you do that, obviously it's always going to be there, that sort of background grief and that pain that you can remember sometimes. And recovery, moving on, doesn't mean that you're ever going to forget the baby that you didn't have. It means recovery from the pain of that event. It means that you should be free to fully engage in your life without that pain kind of transforming into depression or other issues, so that you can actually stay fully present, because the only place that exists is this present moment of now. And so to keep going back and going over the loss and the pain and the hopes, dreams and expectations you had around that child that didn't get born can affect your life profoundly. So if this is you and you have had a miscarriage, or you know someone that has had a miscarriage, please share this with them and let them know that it's okay to feel the way that they do, and for you to know it's okay to feel the way that you do, and that you have every right to feel the way that you do, and hopes, dreams, and expectations, and loss of a child and through miscarriage is a huge grief issue. Yeah, so look out for my next video. I'll be addressing different grief issues every day this week, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.